Hey there, zombie hunters. Jaxel here. Welcome back to another episode of 7 Days to Die Alpha 16, my tutorial series. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, smack the taste out of that like button for me. And hey, if you got more questions or you want something, more explanation on a specific topic, please feel free to ask me in the comment section below. I have all the time in the world to answer questions. And if I don't know the answer, well, I'll let you know straight up. If I do know it, well, hey, I'll do my best to answer. So let's get right to it, folks. We're going to concentrate today on the leveling scheme and the best way to get things leveled up. Now, and this is just my opinion. Others may have different ways that work for them. But I believe that the consensus from everybody who plays 7 Days to Die, who's been playing it for a long time, the one thing we all know is always be crafting. That is the number one thing. It comes down to if you're not crafting, you're not leveling. We're going to clear the inventory out here while we talk. So whether it is making wood frames or arrows, scrap frames, you name it, if you're not making something, you're not doing yourselves any favors. So, like, when I'm working and doing stuff, I will always be crafting something, whether it's wood frames or well, let's pull up some scrap. We'll just pull. Oh no, scarp. Helps if I could actually type. Let's go scrap and scrap iron. Let's do that. Let's start scrapping some barbed wire. We'll crap, I don't know, 100 of those. And we'll do some scrap frames. Let's make 100 of those. Just so that there's something with some time. Because I don't want to have to keep crafting crap because it's not going to be helping us. So when you're crafting, especially early on, like we're going to treat it like we're a level 1 and we just got a bunch of scrap from crap. You know, we're crafting as we go. And you want to be doing something. Whether it's using your axe to chop up cactus or anything for that matter. Shoveling dirt, you name it. If you're crafting while you're doing something, it expedites your leveling so much. Well, you got to think, you're doing something extra. If you're only chopping a tree down and you're not doing something else in the meantime, then your leveling is going to go quite slowly. So, and, you know, we can see that right here with, right up here. Let's take a look. Our level is, we're level 14, and that was just from digging. That's all I did. I haven't done anything else other than using the auger and digging. And that bar here is slowly going up. So now that we've got the iron axe, this is going to go a little bit quicker. We'll take just this weenie tree, and it's leveling our mining. Guaranteed right now, using the axe. Using the stone axe is leveling up your construction tools. Each tool has its own, own category that it's leveling. So if we take a look here at mining, our mining tools is level 31. It's almost full up. So we hit this tree, and now our mining is leveled again. So, and axes, pickaxes, auger, all our mining tools. So that will be always leveling that up. You got to think, the faster you take an item out is the faster you're getting the points for leveling. So we'll take a look at our mining again. Okay, just one tree has brought us up a pretty decent chunk. And I believe, so throw that one away. Let's take a look at our tools yet again. And we will go up to a nice, really good tool. We're low level still. But that's okay. Now let's take a look here. Skills. Our mining tools is right at the R. So again, the faster we take this down, let's have a drink so we can boost that stamina just a little bit more. And that's the other thing. We'll get into that right now. If you want a better leveling experience, one of the things that you can definitely do is drink coffee. Because if you drink coffee, you're going to get a debuff, or a buff, pardon me, that lasts for a decent amount of time. You got the caffeine buzz for 2.5 minutes, which means your stamina stays up longer. You regenerate it. It's not that you regenerate it, it just doesn't go down as quickly. So you can do more work more efficiently and quicker. And if you combine that with alcohol, even better. So there, that tree goes down. And let's take a look here. So just one tree brings us, you know, a good chunk up. So you figure 10 trees later, my mining tool is going to be leveled even more. And that works even with grass. Not as much. You're not going to get as many points. We're still at the U. Let's just drop grass. So this works also with your construction tools as well. If you're just wanting to, you know, you don't have any trees around and you want to keep leveling up your construction tool, one way to do that is to, you know, see, there we're already up to the next R. Like, then that's just chopping grass. Yes, it's degrading the stamina quite quickly, but you wouldn't necessarily be doing that in game, but it's just to show you that no matter what you're doing, you're always going to be leveling. So that is my tip for leveling. Always craft something. Right now that's frozen, so let's throw something out so we can get that going. So anyhow, that's where we're at with the leveling. That's, like I said, if you're mining, if you're building, always have something on the craft. Alrighty folks, I'm back. So we're going to work on a little bit of setting the time right now, and I will show you folks all how to do that right now. It's pretty simple. Do not just try and set just regular time. It will, if you don't know how to do it, it's going to set you right back to day one. But I know some folks want to know how to set the time if they've had to restart their game and they don't really want to start from day one and start going through the whole crap. And I will show you how to do that, how to set your time and then level yourself up accordingly. I always set the time after I've done the leveling, but I'm going to do that set time first to show you. So we're going to set time, all one word, space, the day you want it at, and the time. Now, if I do 800 or 800, that's going to set me to 8 o'clock in the morning. And if I do 2100, that's going to set me up to 9 o'clock at night. So we're just going to set it for 10 o'clock in the morning. Right like that. Boom. And there we are. And with your airdrop set, it's just going to randomly drop you an airdrop from what I've noticed. If you set the time, even though it's not noon, it's just throwing me one out there because it needs one. So let's look at the actual leveling. So like I said, let's pull up this menu here so we can see. Don't waste your points on trying to do this just yet. We are going to work on the actual skills first. Don't do your levels first, because when you level, you're going to level doing the skills. So let's start with archery. And I leave this page up so helps if I actually leave the page up. There we go. We're going to start with archery. So now we'll pull up F1 and we're going to go give. Helps if I can type. Give self skill XP, no spaces. And then we're going to look at the one we want to do, which is we're going to do archery. So exactly how it's spelt, archery, and we'll put 10,000 in there, and boom, archery skill is now level 2. Now if you want to continue on with archery, just use the arrow key and hit enter. Arrow key and enter, and you can keep doing that. Now let's go to another skill, and we're going to touch on one that isn't actually listed properly, and that would be under the guns. We will go to where it says handguns. It's actually not handguns. Took me a little bit to figure this one out. So we're going to go give self skill XP, but it's actually pistols. And then there we go. So now handguns has leveled up. And what I like to do, another thing I like to do, is go in and get them all in. Oh, I put a capital. We don't want a capital on there. Give self skill. I've got a little ahead of myself. Skill XP, and let's go rifle. That's rifles. You got to make sure it's spelled right, otherwise you're going to get an error message. So now rifles has gone up. And you can watch it go up. And that's why I like to do it with this page open. Same with shotgun. There is one more skill that doesn't work. Let me remember which one it is. I know athletics works just fine. Barter, you can do that the same way. Blade weapons, yes. Which one is it? There might not be. Oh, clothing armor is a weird one as well. That's the one I'm thinking. So if we wanted to do clothing armor, let's go through this together because I cannot remember exactly how I did it. I believe it was clothing / armor. I believe. There we go. You don't put any spaces between it. That's the only difference. So, and then again, if you want now, because we've done a few, if we want to go, oh, let's see, which one are we going to level up here? Oh, let's see, let's go with archery again. And, oh, now I want to look at, oh, what do we have here? Clothing, armor. It's going to alter the order that they're in. It puts the one you did last first. So now pistols is first, but then you just go back through and you can find which ones you want to level as you go. Now, the other one is that we want to do, once we get everything leveled the way we want, and it's going to keep tallying points up. So we're at 92 points right now. But now if we go to give self just XP for 10,000, boom, we just leveled up. We're now level 17. And if you want to make it easier, now you just do the arrow key and enter. Arrow, enter, up arrow, enter, and you just keep leveling. And it's going to keep tallying those points on. It may not show up in here until you exit out and then go back. Now I'm at 134. It's going to keep tallying them up. And this is going to be a little bit behind of this. So there we go. Now, we need to, I need to do give self skill XP mining, because that's the one we're going to be working on next. Oh, I didn't put the space. See, now there's your first. It's not mining. Now I showed you an error. Now I didn't have that correct, so let's try this again. Let's go give self skill XP mining tools. Did it right that time. And now we're going to want to boost that one up a bit more. So we'll go with 70. Actually, let's bring it right up to 80. Because that way, now we can do the minor 69er for the full points. And that's what I wanted to get to. And let's buy this. Now that we have minor 69er, and now you can go back to my beginning videos where I show you how this works. That this now, when we go mining, our yield, let's find a boulder. Now, each level of boulder, our inventory should be pretty clear. Oh, no, we hit some ground. Okay. Now let's do this. 1, 2, 3. So we get 121, 22. Look at that. That's what we got from just one section of that boulder. Now let's break it all the way down. And look at that. That's one whole boulder, what we get for yield. But if you also notice too, and this works as well with the pickaxe, when we hit it, the first level disappears, but it also breaks into the second level. So that's now down, and it leaves, see that? It's almost completely gone, and it's 3 hits. So your hit carries through to the next level of the boulder, which is very handy. So just 2 boulders, and we've got 500 stone, 193 iron. Look at that. That is just glorious. That is great yield for our troubles. Alrighty, folks, now that all the leveling has passed off the bottom there, and we're not going to be interrupted by that anymore, I just wanted to kind of also go over how quickly we level, or we can level. So again, we're going to go back, and we're going to take a look at, here, good to go. So let's bring in some arrowheads. Let's bring in 200 or 125 arrowheads. That'll work. That's a good number. Now let's start crafting the iron arrowheads. So that's 4 minutes. So we got 4 minutes of work going on there. And then let us start, actually, this is all leveling us up anyway. So everything you do is leveling you. So as long as you're crafting, which we are, now let's just start grinding out clay. So this is one of the items that you would always want to be grinding out. But just to show you how quickly you level. Because when I'm mining, see that? Level up. Boom. Because I'm doing 2 things at once. I'm crafting my arrows, and I'm collecting clay. And once you have an auger, the amount of your yield with miner 69er maxed out, very short order, you will have whatever resource you need to go out and find. Like, I don't use... When I'm hurting and I can't find something and it's a horde night and I need gunpowder or whatever, I go boulder hunting. As soon as I have an auger and my miner 69er is leveled up, I need gunpowder. Cracking these boulders. If I don't have it in my mine and I'm in a time punch where I need to get things done, hitting these is going to be the fastest way to get my ammo production up without having to scour underground. Yes, underground is by far the safest way, but and of course boulders, you will start running out of boulders. It does happen. But doing it this way at least allows me to make sure that I will have all the gunpowder I'm going to need in very short order, plus all the lead I'm going to need. And extra iron and everything else never hurts. And just that little bit of clay, look at that. Almost 9,000, over 9,000, almost 10,000 clay right off the bat. And we are leveling our mining so quickly. Level 36 already. And that's not even using the perks, right? I did use it a couple of times. And yes, I gained like 15 levels just by leveling the actual skills through console commands. That's why I always say do your level ups, your actual personal level up, do that at the end of all of your skill level ups. And that's something else I will show you really quick here while we're at it, because this is another thing to keep you leveling up. We'll just grab a hammer, doesn't matter, good one. And we have some frames, so let's place some frames. And it doesn't really matter how we place them. Doesn't matter where we place them. We're just placing a dozen frames. Good enough. It's nothing special. We're not building anything. But again, we want to level up our construction tool. Use that tool for everything. You need to go punch grass. Don't punch it. That just levels your athletics. This is leveling up my construction tools. Should have a level up pretty quick here. There we go. Construction tools, level 3. So let's take a look how quickly it takes us to level up to level 4. Mind you, this is with a really good tool, so it's going to happen faster. There we go. Level 4. And that was what? 12 blocks? 4, 6, 12 blocks. So, you know, barring the use of having tools and whatnot, this also still works for, say, over here. You want to keep leveling your construction tool? Use your hammer for everything. It does work for everything. It's a little bit slower, yeah. It's not. I'm not leveling my mining. I'm leveling my construction tool. Let's just see here. I'll show you in one sec. This would work with the wrench too, but you know, a wrench, you don't really want to be wasting your wrench. Now, tree's going to take forever to chop down this way, and you're not going to get as much yield because you're not using the right tool for the job. Let's drink that and drink this again. This is how to keep that stamina rolling. Let's actually bring in some grain alcohol, and I'll show you that as well, because that is another. Now our stamina shouldn't go down at all. We can just, well, I guess it does a little bit. You add that's the other one that you want to add is your is sexual tyrannosaur. We'll buy 2 of those. We'll buy 2 levels. Oh, we can only buy 1. Okay, well, 1 level is good enough. That will keep our stamina up. And as soon as you get 2 levels in that, your stamina, once you take a coffee and a grain alcohol, it ain't going down. We're probably almost there. Oh, come here, you. No, we'll keep using the hammer. Don't care about your stuff. Bye-bye. There we are. And we should be leveling up pretty quick here. Let's take a look at the skills. And construction tools. Alright, we'll take a look at where we're at. Got about 1.5 inches there. Let's take out this block. And it should be coming up pretty quick here. You got to think, all I've been doing is using the hammer out here, cracking blocks and whatnot. Well, my skill and my stamina is still going down, so it's making me a liar, but I know it does work. Now, let's see. There we go. Construction tools now level 5. Just like that. Again, your yield is going to be smaller, but if you're looking for a way to level it, honestly, bust grass. Your stamina goes down, it doesn't matter. You're still taking that block out, which means you're still getting your points. And if you're needing to clear grass or gather grass or whatever anyway, and this works on gathering corn or potatoes or anything like that, you will still get the seed you're looking for. Or if it's the burned out corn, like, why am I not picking it up? Look at that, goldenrod. So, and that works with any of the foods. So if you have corn or something and you want to harvest your crop and you still want to gain some points in something, use your hammer. If you're just picking it, you're not getting anything. If you punch it, if you're punching, you're going to gain athletics. You're using your hammer. If you use your axe, you're gaining mining tools. So either way, you're still getting and there's no different yield when it comes to the foods. So you plant a huge crop and you want to pick it all. You want to get all your reward for it. So there we are. Let's see what our skills are at. Well, construction tools is going up kind of slow, but if you're not able to build anything and you're still wanting your construction tools to go up, you don't have any upgrades, you don't have the parts to do the upgrades, but you're waiting to get that workbench going, or one of the other things that's required to have construction tools, just keep hitting with your hammer. If you want to keep leveling, always be crafting. I'm not crafting right now, but I could be. I have stuff to do it with. It could just be, oh, you need more barbed wire. Sure, let's craft more barbed wire. Now I'm crafting, and the leveling is going to go just that much faster. So just think about that when you're out there. If there's something you can be doing, and if you have nothing to do, and when I'm mining, this is key. When I'm mining, I will do this. Oh, I need crushed sand anyway, because I don't have a lot of sand for my cement mixer. Or say I've got lots of sand, lots of stone, and lots of everything else. I'll do this. Oh, let's make gravel. Fine, I'm making gravel, and let's see, recipe. I don't have any dirt. If I had dirt, I'd make sod. Or if I had dirt, I'll make grassy ground or whatever ground I choose to work with. See? Picking corn, no problem. Look at that. So there you go, folks. This is my leveling video. If you enjoyed this video or you have questions, leave me comments in the section below. If you enjoyed it, smack the taste out of that like button. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe. And hey, if you have any suggestions or you have any questions or you want for a video because you want a demonstration on how something's done or why I did something, or if you want me to rehash on something that I've showed you here because you didn't quite get it, please leave me comments in the section below. I'm more than happy to answer questions. So thank you all for watching. I look forward to chatting with you again real soon. Until the next video, peace out and happy hunting.